The price of deception. Once upon a time, there was a farmer. He lived in a small village. The farmer was honest and hard-working. He spent his days working in the fields. But he had a big problem. His crops were drying up. There was not enough water to keep them alive. One summer, the problem got worse. The farmer knew he needed water fast. He decided to find a solution. The farmer thought of his neighbor. This neighbor was very wealthy. He had a well on his land. The farmer went to see him. He asked if he could buy the well. The neighbor was a cunning man. He agreed to sell the well. The farmer paid a good price for it. He was happy and relieved. He thought his problem was solved. The next morning, the farmer went to the well. He was ready to draw water for his crops. But as he started, the neighbor came running. The neighbor shouted, "Stop! Don't take water from the well." The farmer was confused. He asked, "Why are you stopping me? I bought this well from you." The neighbor replied, "Yes, you bought the well. But I never sold you the water. The water still belongs to me. You cannot use it." The farmer was shocked. He had spent all his money on the well. Now he was being denied the water. He tried to argue with the neighbor, but the neighbor refused to listen. He would not change his mind. The farmer felt helpless. He had no choice but to seek justice. He went to the king's court. The king was known for his kindness. He listened carefully to both sides. The farmer explained his problem. The neighbor argued his case. He said, "I sold the well, but not the water. The water is still mine." The king was puzzled. He found it hard to decide. So he called his wisest minister. The minister listened to the story. He thought for a while. Then he asked the neighbor, "You sold the well to the farmer, but you say the water is still yours. Is that correct?" The neighbor replied, "Yes, that is correct." The minister nodded. He said, "But water belongs to the owner of the well. So the farmer owns the water too." The neighbor argued, "When I sold the well, I did not sell the water. There was no agreement about the water." The minister understood the neighbor's trick. He thought carefully. Then he said, "All right, you did not sell the water, but you no longer own the well. So you cannot keep your water in someone else's property. You must remove the water from the well, or you must pay rent to the farmer for keeping it there." The neighbor's face turned pale. He realized his plan had failed. He could not remove all the water, and paying rent made no sense. He had no choice but to give in. He apologized to the farmer. He allowed him to use the water from the well. The farmer was happy. His crops were saved. The whole village learned a lesson. They saw that dishonesty does not win. The neighbor's trick had backfired. He thought he was clever, but he lost in the end. This story teaches us an important lesson. Sometimes it seems easy to gain wealth or success through lies. But success built on dishonesty does not last. It may work for a while, but it always fails in the end. The neighbor thought he was smart, but his lies trapped him. On the other hand, honesty and hard work bring true success. The farmer stayed honest. He did not give up. In the end, he won. His success was real and lasting. The story reminds us to choose the right path. Lies and tricks may seem clever, but they always fail. Truth and fairness always win. In life, many people chase wealth and power. They think winning is all that matters. They may cheat or lie to get a hat. But this kind of success is like a house built on sand. It may stand for a while, but it will collapse. Honesty and hard work take time, but they build a strong foundation. Success earned this way lasts forever. The story of the farmer and the well is simple, but it carries a deep message. Dishonesty may bring temporary gains, but it always leads to failure. Truth and fairness may take longer, but they always lead to real success. Let us all choose the path of honesty. It is the only way to truly win.